Okay, we're back, everybody. All right, and I think the first thing that we'll do is we'll make the sauce. Okay, but you can also get your pasta ready, but it only want to do it just for about 9 or 10 minutes. So I decided, instead of stuffing the shells with the meat, the turkey meat, and since the turkey meat is like already pre-seasoned and it has onions, herbs, spices in here, my main ingredient here, so I think I'm gonna put this with the marinara sauce and pour it on top of the manicotti that is stuffed with the broccoli and the cauliflower and the cheeses. Okay, so that's what I think we'll do. So we're gonna get started on this on a medium heat for the meat. So because we're gonna put it on top of it. We're gonna have it with the sauce, but it's totally your preference. If you want to stuff it with beef, turkey, like I have here, turkey, we can do that. So this is totally your preference because this is a workshop. So you can use, do what you want to do. If you want to stuff it in there, or you can just not stuff it in there. Since it's already pre-seasoned up with all those herbs and onions, I think it'd be a good idea to put it with the sauce, since this is the only thing that we're using for the sauce and the rotel. Okay, see, so to get more flavor, we could have flavor that's coming out of the meat. Okay, so you get your skillet to medium high heat, and we're going to use about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Okay, we're going to put that in there. Just eyeball it, you guys. Okay, don't worry about the measurements. And as far as the meat mixture, I already have the measurements already up there from another recipe. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this meat in here. I got it. So the only thing that we're going to be adding in here is some fresh chopped garlic. So we have that right here. And I'll put up the measurements, don't worry about it. It looks like it's about a tablespoon of it. Okay, so we're going to get this going, the meat. Alright, and while it's going, turn it this way. Okay, we're not going to put the garlic in just yet till we see it start cooking up here a little bit. But let me show you what it looks like though. See? Okay, it hasn't done anything yet, but it's going. Okay? And like I said, it's totally your preference about how you want to stuff these manicottis, okay? It's totally your preference, but I think that would be a good idea to put, because it smells so good right now, because I smell it, because all the herbs everything's in here. It'd be a good idea to put that for a sauce on top. So while that's going, we can go ahead and make the mixture for the inside. Okay, so that calls for our broccoli, the cauliflower, our ricotta cheese, and we're going to use 2 eggs. I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 eggs in a small little bowl. Okay, we're going to put 2 of them in there in a small little bowl, and we're going to whisk them up a little bit. Okay, so we're just going to whisk this up because we're going to put the ricotta cheese in a container. And first of all, it depends on how much you're using, but I'm actually going to use quite a bit of the ricotta cheese for the simple fact that it's the whole box. And there's 2, 3, 4, there's 7 shells to each row. So that's 14 of them. So that's a lot of them. And this is what size is this? This is a pretty large size. It's very large. It's 32 ounces. But I know I'm not going to use 32 ounces. But at least maybe 2 or 3 cups of that ricotta cheese. Oh gosh. It smells delicious, you guys. It smells good. It smells good. Okay, so while that's going, let's go ahead and get our cheese and put it in there. So I'm just kind of, eyeballing. Just be creative. But I think I would use probably about maybe 2 to 3 no, 3 to 4 cups, I would think. So we'll just kind of go like this. Well, that's almost a cup right there. But I just know we kind of want to use, you know, for this amount. You see, so how much we cut up here, we don't know how much that is, but you know, we can see what it is after we finish here. So let's just kind of go like this. I think that's enough. I don't know how many scoops that I did, but I know it's not gonna. We're not gonna use the whole 32 ounces of that. You can if you're making a lot of it. You know, for a big event, of course, you would use a few of those containers at 32 ounces. Okay, so didn't get that in there, and like I said, let's do the eggs. We kind of mixed them up, kind of whisk them by themselves first. But these 2 eggs we're going to put in here. Okay, our 2 eggs are in there. All right. And our meat's going and it smells delicious. Okay, so we'll just kind of mix this up. And I think we will add to this, because we are going to put some cheeses in here, remember? Not all the cheeses we're putting in here, because we're using some of the cheeses for the topping. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. Definitely we'll put some Gouda cheese in here. Oh. I have about this much. Okay, we'll put the measurements up there, don't worry. Actually, I'm leaving a little bit left, just a little bit, kind of sprinkle in between too when those shells are done too. Okay. Now let's put in our broccoli and our cauliflower. And see, I diced it up as tiny as possible. So it's basically minced. It's minced up. Pour that in there. Okay? Let's get all of that in there. Alright. Alright, let's see. Give it a little stir. Alright. This is how it's looking, guys. Can you guys see? There. Mix it up more. Now remember, see, so this is going to be like a, you know, we're not going to pour it. What we're going to do is we're going to use a Ziploc bag like this. It doesn't have to be this big, but then we're going to cut the corner, put the mixture in there, cut the corner, and squeeze it inside the shells. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to put them in there. And let's see, what else can we put in here? We have Gouda cheese in there. Let's put a little, yeah, let's put the Parmesan in there. And I would say, not that much, just like really probably a third of a cup. I just have it inside a half of a cup thing, but it's about a third of a cup I think I put in there. It's your preference. You can put more if you like. You know, just kind of as you go. As you go, you know, kind of see what it's going. Let's give this a little stir, see what's going on with our meat. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, it's not quite brown yet, but it's getting there. And then we're going to drain that. If there's not much juice, there's flavor, all just flavor in there because it's turkey. 97.3 lean turkey. That's what I use like in most everything. In my spaghetti and in everything. So, but it's totally your preference. Like I said, this could be a workshop. And you guys can just, okay, see, now see we have those cheeses in there. those cheese. Okay, we got that. Those are the green onions. We're kind of going to probably, and this is the feta cheese. We're going to put it on top. And I left just a little bit of Gouda cheese that we're going to put in between it. You know, after we pour our sauce in, we're going to put a little of that. So that looks like that's about it. So let me show you guys what's going on with the meat. Okay, but it's still, we want it to go a little bit more. See, there's nothing to worry about draining because it's so lean, and all the flavor is all in the meat with all the spices and everything we have in there. Okay, see, so we don't have to get into all that. So now we can add the garlic because the meat's halfway going. Yeah, add our garlic in there. And like I said, it was about a tablespoon of the garlic. Get that going. See? Now this is actually, I think we need to put something else in here. I'm trying to think what else we could put in this. No, you know, that's really nutritional. What's going on right there? That's nutritional. Let's put. No, we're gonna use this. This is parsley, and we're gonna use this for our sauce, marinara sauce. Let's put some basil. Yeah, let's put some basil inside the. Yes, let's do that. See, I'm trying to combine flavors together here, and I think. See, add a teaspoon of basil. See, and as you go, you know, use your imagination. Just like, oh, what else could I put in there? What I just did, I just created something just there. And I thought, you know, what spices go with what? So that's good. The basil with the broccoli and the cauliflower and the ricotta cheese. That's great. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our water boiling for our manicotti. Okay, and like I said, because this is basically almost done, and then we're going to put in the sauce. Not just yet, but when we come back, that's what I'm saying. When we come back, I would have already done that and pour that in there. I'm still waiting for it to brown a little bit more. Oh, because it's not quite up on the right speed there. There we go. Okay. But that's what we'll do. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and get our water going for our noodles. But we're going to just prepare everything else, everything, and have that ready. And then we're going to come back, you know, and get our noodles, take them out. Like I said, only for about 8 or 9, 10 minutes at the most. You know, you still want them firm because we've got to put our mixture in there. We want it to be in there. We don't want it to, the shells to be too soft and just rip apart. We don't want that because they're going to cook more when we put it in the oven. So you don't have to cook them totally completely, you know what I mean? You don't have to do that. Okay, so stay tuned. When we come back, we'll check our noodles, see how they're doing. Our pasta, I called them noodles. Our pasta, see how they're doing, and then we'll get everything together. And I'll actually, you know, have this out the way so you can see what's going on up here. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.